Welcome back to your daily dose of AI and tech news. It's January 29th, 2025. I'm Mark Brownlee, and things are heating up in the world of tech. We've got some major news coming out of China today, some big moves in the AI world, and even some potential shakeups in the stock market. We're talking about a new AI model that's challenging the status quo, some serious allegations being thrown around, and what it all means for you. We're going to break it all down, look at the specs and features, and see how this is all going to affect the future of the tech world. So if you're ready to dive into the latest and greatest in the world of AI and tech, then stick around, because you're not going to want to miss this. Alright, first up, let's talk about DeepSeek. This Chinese AI company has been making waves recently, and for good reason. They just dropped their R1 model, and it's causing quite a stir in the tech world. Why? Because it's going head-to-head with the big dogs like OpenAI and Google, but at a fraction of the cost. We're talking about a model trained for under $6 million using just 2,000 chips. Now that might sound like a lot, but compared to the tens of thousands of chips these other companies are using, it's practically pocket change. This lean approach is shaking things up, and it has a lot of people wondering if DeepSeek has cracked the code to more affordable AI. But it's not just about the price tag. DeepSeek's R1 is packing some serious power. It's designed to compete with the best, and early reports suggest it's not backing down from a challenge. We're talking natural language processing, image recognition, even creative content generation. This thing can do it all. Now you know what happens when a new player comes in swinging like this? The established players start to sweat. And that's exactly what we're seeing. US tech giants are definitely taking notice, and they're not just worried about the competition. There are concerns about data security, potential risks, and what this means for the future of the AI industry as a whole. And it's not just talk. We're already seeing some US businesses dipping their toes into the DeepSeek waters. They're intrigued by the technology, the potential cost savings, and what it could mean for their bottom line. But there's also hesitation, a sense of caution. Data privacy is a big deal, and with DeepSeek being a Chinese company, there are questions about how that data will be handled. So, yeah, DeepSeek is the name on everyone's lips right now, and it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Is this a David versus Goliath situation? One thing's for sure, things just got a whole lot more interesting. Okay, so we've talked about DeepSeek and Alibaba shaking things up in the AI world, but here's where things get really interesting. The ripple effect is starting to hit other areas like the stock market and even mortgage rates. Remember how we said DeepSeek's low-cost model was making waves? Well, those waves are starting to look more like a tsunami, at least for some tech stocks. We're seeing a major sell-off, with the Nasdaq Composite taking a nearly 3% hit, and the biggest loser? Nvidia. Their shares plummeted a whopping 17%, ouch. Now this isn't just about DeepSeek directly competing with these companies, it's about the bigger picture. Investors are seeing DeepSeek's success and thinking, wait a minute, maybe these big tech companies aren't as invincible as we thought. And when uncertainty creeps in, investors tend to get spooked, which leads to selling. But here's where things get a little wild. This tech stock sell-off might actually be good news for some of you out there. See, when investors get nervous about the stock market, they often flock to safer havens like bonds. And when demand for bonds goes up, guess what happens? Bond yields go down. And why should you care about bond yields? Because they directly affect mortgage rates. Long-term bond yields, like the 10-year Treasury note, are used to set mortgage rates. So when those yields drop, mortgage rates tend to follow suit. So while tech investors might be feeling a little uneasy right now, potential home buyers might be cracking open the champagne. Lower mortgage rates mean more buying power, which could lead to some sweet deals on houses. Of course, this is all speculation, and the market can be a fickle beast. But it just goes to show that even the most unexpected events can have far-reaching consequences. Alright, let's circle back to DeepSeek for a minute. We talked about how their R1 model is turning heads, but now let's get into the nitty-gritty of how US businesses are actually using this technology. Because here's the thing, it's not just about the tech itself, it's about trust, security, and navigating the complexities of working with a Chinese company in a highly competitive industry. So, we're seeing this interesting dynamic play out. On the one hand, US businesses are definitely drawn to DeepSeek's R1 model. The cost effectiveness is a huge selling point. Think about it. Who wouldn't want to achieve similar results to the big players, but at a fraction of the price? It's a no-brainer for companies looking to maximize their ROI. And it's not just small startups taking the plunge. We're talking big names like New York Life and SAP. They're exploring DeepSeek's technology, running trials, and seeing how it fits into their existing workflows. But here's the catch, there's a big emphasis on exploring. These companies are dipping their toes in the water, but they're not quite ready to dive headfirst just yet. Why the hesitation? Well, data security is a major concern. When you're dealing with sensitive information, you want to be damn sure it's in safe hands. And with DeepSeek being a Chinese company, there are naturally some questions and concerns about data privacy. That's why we're seeing a preference for open-source versions of DeepSeek's technology. This gives companies more control over their data, allowing them to keep things in-house and minimize potential risks. But here's the thing, even with these concerns, DeepSeek's presence is already putting pressure on US AI firms. They're being forced to adapt, to innovate, and maybe even lower their prices to stay competitive. It's a delicate balancing act, embracing the potential of new technology while also safeguarding sensitive information. And it's going to be fascinating to see how this all unfolds. Chapter 5. OpenAI and Microsoft, cry foul, did DeepSeek play dirty? Alright, things are about to get juicy. Remember how DeepSeek came out swinging with their R1 model? Well, now OpenAI and Microsoft are throwing some punches of their own. They're not just accusing DeepSeek of healthy competition, they're alleging straight-up data theft. Yeah, you heard that right. Things are getting serious. OpenAI and Microsoft are claiming that DeepSeek didn't just develop their AI model through hard work and innovation. They allege that DeepSeek used their technology, their intellectual property, to gain an unfair advantage. Now these are some serious accusations, and they're not taking them lightly. OpenAI believes that DeepSeek employed a sneaky tactic called distillation. In a nutshell, it's like DeepSeek's AI model went to school, not to learn from scratch but to copy off the smartest kid in class, OpenAI's larger, more established system. Imagine spending years developing cutting-edge AI technology, only to have someone else potentially swipe your hard work and pass it off as their own. That's what OpenAI and Microsoft are claiming happened here, and they're not just letting it slide. They're launching investigations, digging into the code, analyzing the data, and trying to uncover the truth. They want to know if DeepSeek breached OpenAI's rules, if they crossed any legal lines, and if they need to take this matter to court. Now, DeepSeek hasn't officially responded to these allegations yet, so we're still waiting to hear their side of the story. But one thing's for sure, this is a big deal. It raises questions about intellectual property in the age of AI, the ethics of developing these powerful technologies, and the lengths some companies might go to get ahead. We'll be keeping a close eye on this story as it develops, but it's safe to say that the AI world just got a whole lot more dramatic. Chapter 6. UK Government AI for the People. Okay, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about something a little different. The UK government's ambitious plan to bring AI into the heart of public services. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Government and AI, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. But hear me out, because the UK is taking a different approach. one that emphasizes transparency, responsibility, and using AI for good. Their goal is simple but ambitious: to prove that AI can be a force for positive change in the public sector. They want to show the world that AI can be used ethically and effectively to improve the lives of everyday citizens. And they're not just talking about it, they're actually doing it. They're rolling out AI-powered solutions across various government departments, from healthcare to transportation to social services. But here's the key difference: they're committed to transparency. They're not just implementing AI behind closed doors and hoping for the best. They've launched the Algorithmic Transparency Recording Standard, ATRS, which requires government departments to publicly disclose how they're using AI. This means that citizens have access to information about the algorithms being used, the data being collected, and the potential impact on their lives. It's about building trust, ensuring accountability, and showing that AI can be used in a way that benefits everyone. And it's not just about transparency, it's about results. The UK government believes that AI can help them streamline processes, reduce backlogs, and make faster, more informed decisions. Imagine a world where you don't have to wait on hold for hours with government agencies, where your applications are processed quickly and efficiently, and where you have access to personalized support tailored to your specific needs. That's the vision the UK government is working towards, and they believe AI is the key to making it a reality. Of responsibility for the future we're creating. That's a wrap on today's AI and tech news. We covered a lot of ground today, from DeepSeek's disruptive AI model to Alibaba's bold claims to the UK government's ambitious plans for AI in public services. It's clear that the world of AI is evolving at an unprecedented pace, and it's more important than ever to stay informed about the latest developments. So, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of AI and tech, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future updates. That's all for today's AI and tech news. Thank you for watching AI News Network. Please subscribe to stay updated with the latest in AI and technology. I'm Marcus Brownlee, and I'll see you in the next video.